Finish here, and we're here to talk about the crew and everything we know so far about it. So we've got about 12 minutes of, first we'll start off with the original gameplay reveal trailer about in 2013. Well, kind of wasn't really gameplay, it was more CGI, but whatever. The game kind of looks like that now, so it's been improved and perfected. And after that, we're going to have 4 gameplay clips playing next to each other. The bottom right one will be, I'm just trying to remember which one it was, will be basically the old E3 original footage, sort of like the 2013 E3 footage, and the other 3 will be from 2014, as far as I'm aware anyway. Yeah, they should be. And yeah, basically, so we're gonna talk about the crew. We're gonna speculate on things. We're gonna tell things that have been confirmed and that we know. So basically, yeah, let's start off with the cars, because I think this probably will be the longest thing to say, because okay, it's been confirmed there will be over 60 cars, which is not that much, but keep in mind there's constantly different ways you can tune each car, which is there's different specs. You can go for stock, street, dirt, raid, performance, and circuit. But the other thing you have to remember is you don't have to necessarily go for each tune. You could just go for a certain amount of upgrades to your car. Any upgrade can be applied. That is the point. And you upgrade your car as you go. The point of the game is not to switch cars, but just to choose one and stick with it, in a sense, because they kind of want to do like an RPG sort of element to it. And in an RPG, you really don't like, you go in and they go, okay, you've got 5 classes now, choose which one you want to stick with, and you can sort of progress as you will. So that's the sort of thing they're going for, really. Yeah, so over 60 cars, and we have about 35 confirmed, and we have over 10 that are we're speculating that will be in there, either by sources or some screenshots that were either posted by the actual crew Facebook page, or on the website, or just like some little things that were in the screenshot that were too blurry to sort of say what it was, but you can kind of make out, and you kind of assume. You don't know 100% sure. Also remember, when I say these cars, can't really give you the exact date of they were released. I can give you sort of rough things. For example, if I say Camaro SS, it's the newest gen Camaro, which is about 2010. So something on that sort. So I can't give the exact date because physically you haven't really got enough to work with, and it's so if the dates are wrong for some of these, I apologise, but that it's basically those gen cars. So okay, 35 confirmed cars. Let's start off with something interesting. SL65 AMG, which is good. That means there's Mercedes in there. There's probably going to be more revealed. There's a Shelby GT 500 from 2013 and 1969, which means that's great for both modern and old school muscle car enthusiasts. There's a Plymouth Cuda, which was quite hard to spot, I'll give you that, and Agera R, an Aventador, Lamborghini Aventador, Bentley Continental Supersports, Chevrolet Camaro SS, Chevrolet Camaro RS from 1969. Just to be clear, a Nissan 370Z, which is good for drifters as well, so that's quite nice. So here's a fun little pickup: SVT Raptor, the LaFerrari, which is which should be interesting to see if we see the McLaren P1 in there as well, but I'm not 100% sure. That's just speculating on what comes up. Rough 340k, which is basically a Cayman as far as I'm aware. Also, guys, remember, if you don't want to listen, just skip past through the video, and there's going to be a list below of the whole list. Anyway, yeah, and Hummer H1, Alfa Romeo 8C, Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT8, Chevrolet Silverado, Focus RS, Pagani Huayra, Mustang GT, Dodge Charger from 1969 and 2010, the SRT8 model, Chrysler 300 SRT8, 2013 model, Corvette ZR1, Dodge Viper SRT10, Mini Cooper, BMW Z4, Lamborghini Murcielago, Lamborghini Gallardo LP560. Well, I'm not 100% sure which model it is, but it's the more recent model, so it could be the Superleggera or the LP560, it could be the Balboni. I'm not 100% sure. It was just like too blurry to tell. It seems like not the most like last version, but like the one before that. The one with the Remington style nose, basically. So yeah, that's why I assume it's a 560. And okay, R34 Skyline, which is an R34 Skyline, just to be clear, just for Mustang 2015, which is great because we've seen it in Need for Speed already. Aston Martin Vantage S, Challenger SRT, Dodge Challenger SRT8 2012. So you know that's kind of nice to have as well. Golf GTI and a Chevrolet Impala. Those are the cars that have been kind of confirmed, and then there's others, but you know that we're speculating on. There's the ROF CTR3 and the RT35, and they're basically sort of assumptions, and assuming they probably will be right because you know they've got one ROF. They probably will try to fill out the slots a bit more. The one funny thing is like there's like a screenshot with a Ford GT, but it's way too blurry. You kind of see it, but it could be another car, and I could just be mistaken. So you know, but it'd be surprising if that's not in there. Civic Type R 2015. The only reason I'm actually mentioning this is because it was basically posted on a Facebook page, and it was basically they said, "Oh, look at this car," and then it just seems really weird for them to be advertising a car for no good reason, you know. So I'm assuming they're probably going to throw it in there. Yeah, and by the way, if you haven't seen the new Civic Type R, seriously, Google it. It looks amazing. Lamborghini Miura, the Gran Turismo, Maserati Gran Turismo S, which you know we haven't really seen much of, but there's speculation and rumors, so you know we're kind of assuming GTR R35 2010. Basically, 2010 model, or it could be some other black, like it could be black edition, no one knows. It's just these are speculations here, really. But it would be surprising since they got an R34 Skyline, why they wouldn't have an R35. Yeah, another thing, a manufacturer has been confirmed, but no specific cars with it, and that's Mazda. So maybe RX-8, RX-7, MX-5. If we're lucky, we might get the concept car, the Furai, which is, you know, just looks amazing, and I don't know how tuning on that would work, but you know, it's like it's something I really would look forward to, really in a sense. Yeah, so that's basically the cars covered. So let's go into the map, because this is kind of the main drawbacks of this game, because you kind of, if you kind of find it as a car RPG, people call it, you need they're basically adding different things to it to make it interesting and have variety and so on. Basically, the map is huge. It's like many game worlds put together. Test Drive Unlimited, Red Dead, Skyrim, and some other stuff. I guess GTA 5 a lot put in there. It's just a ridiculously huge world, and there's a huge surface of variety due to different weathers, different conditions. Like, I'm assuming if you go down to Florida, there'll probably be swamps, and you know, there'll be sort of like, yeah, basically there's the mud. There'll be probably a lot of mud, and then the surface will be a lot different. So let's say if you're driving around down Boston, you know, on just roads, to be fair. So you know, it's quite a nice thing to see that in a game. In a racing game, because we just usually get logged down to a circuit, or you know, even if it's an open world game, we still just get logged down to the roads, and it kind of kills really the point of open world. This is more open world, and you can pretty much go everywhere. So yeah, what else is there? The map is huge, coast to coast race. The fastest you could probably get around is an hour and a half in the fastest car. So and that means like if you keep going down straight, like not taking the off-road sections, you just go down through the motorways, which, you know, well, there's fun in that, really. So yeah, and that's like, I think it's New York to Miami or something. I'm not 100% sure. Not too certain about that, but you know, it's a really huge map, and you know, it'll be interesting to see how that runs. Apparently, no loading times as well, which is great. You know, just jump in and get things done. Alright, so what else? Okay, dynamic weather. There'll be snow, rain, fog, and, you know, all other stuff, basically. So, you know, great stuff. Changes handling will be interesting to see how that turns out. There's two types of missions. There's actual missions and the skills in the current. The missions are, and these are the actual missions you have to progress through to get through the story. So, go to, which is basically, you know, you go to some place, and sometimes they'll ask you not to damage the car and so on because, well, they just do. Collect, which is again pretty straightforward. You collect things. Get away, which you try to get try to get away from people. Basically try to get away from one spot as quickly as you can. Follow, which is stalk people basically. Get away is basically you just drive out or away from people and try to keep away from them. Take down, which you just take down cars. Outrun, well, kind of defines itself really, doesn't it? Basically kind of like get away, but a few different catches in that. Race, which is between 1 to 7 players. Well, opponents, so 1 to 8, like 2 to 8, really. So, you know, kind of going to be running out of time. So, kind of have to keep rolling this up. Anyway, yeah. So those are the types of missions. There've been things said about them, but not that much. It's just I think you need to play them rather than me describe them. Anyway, the skills are climb, which gets the highest point, and bonus for for getting flags on the way. There's escape. Basically, skills are things that are bite-sized missions that you don't like. You can do on the way, and you can do them anytime because they're just there, and you can just go back to them anytime. So climb gets the highest point, but there's bonus flags to pick up on the way. Escape, which is get away as far from the target as possible in a given time limit. The further the better. Follow, stay on a racing line, which it seems pretty interesting. I would like to see that. Jump, hit the bullseye. Basically you jump up a ramp and you try to hit the bullseye, which seems also quite a fun thing to do. And the closer you get to the bullseye, the more XP you get, which is great. Precision, pass through gates, basically like slalom, but as you pass through the gates, they get smaller and smaller, so you keep getting the multiplier, and when you hit the multiplier resets, so like smaller basically. Scramble, which you collect items. Nothing saying that. Slalom actually just gates, they don't get smaller, which kind of sucks really, but and speed, but just stay above a certain speed. Anyway guys, I think I'm out of time, so thanks for watching, and this video.